Oh, ay, 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 ay. Train brawl's gone terribly wrong. Talk about axes to grind, and things are certainly heating up. In honor of the new Ballerina film joining the franchise, today we're breaking down and reacting to the most insane and intense medical scenes and gnarly injuries from John Wick.
We called him Baba Yaga.
Let's dive right in. Oh yeah. Oh, ay, 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 ay. This is actually a very emergency medicine thing that could happen. Usually it's due to machinery.
Machines!
Put it on ice. You don't want the ice to directly touch finger because it increases risk of freeze or burn and freezing the tissue. The end that's still attached to your body. Put direct pressure on that. Try to get it to stop bleeding. Stop your bleeding by cauterizing the end. Will this actually do the trick? This was a direct cut off. There's no skin that can close over top. You need to cut the bone back, cut the tissue back, and allow enough tissue underneath to be gone that you can actually close the skin and make a flap over top. Oh, come on. Come on. Who wants to go flying through some glass? If you actually fell through glass, you're gonna cut yourself. You're gonna have abrasions in a lot of different areas, and then there's the increased chance of getting impaled by a very large shard. So you just have to be really careful and aware. Shot to the left forehead at that angle through the frontal lobe, possibly going back through the parietal lobe out the same side, will cause significant amount of destruction. Now, if it went totally just sideways out in the front and then out the temple, this is probably a more likely of a survivable type injury where you might end up still being in a coma due to brain swelling. Whoa. Cool. Wowzers. Wowzers. Straight through the palm of your hand. Probably missed the bones. Just how easy it kind of went through. You'd probably see some more destruction of the hand itself versus just a blade coming straight through. Oh, that blade is about 1.5 inches to 2 inches. Could it hit structures underneath? Yeah, potentially could. You might be hitting into the rib, right into the sternum, or you're gonna miss and you're gonna hit part of the heart or part of the mediastinal structures or part of the aorta. Oh, sweet. Hyperextension at the pec muscle. You hear the noise. You could hear that. It could be a pulled or snapped ligament or a tendon, but typically you end up seeing people still function and use their arms. So I think it's just extra noise. Slice the lateral aspect of the left leg. Could be really painful because you have your IT band. It's a band of fascia down there and tendon on the lateral side of your leg. It looks like he's wearing a glove because I'm like, whoa, how is he actually holding onto this without just like destroying his fingers? Hand-wise, is there a really bad part to get cut on your hand? Any area of the hand where it takes away the function of your fingers. Anywhere you're cutting tendons. On the palm, you could be slicing, but you can still have some function because some of the muscles are hiding between the fingers. Oh, the train scene. He's walking around with lacerations to his face. He's got abrasions. There's a nice one on the left cheek that would close up really well. We use Steri strips. Call them Steri strips because it's a brand name. Ooh. Ow. Right into the left upper thigh. Luckily, there's a lot of meat, a lot of muscle in that area. More towards your groin is where you have your big bundle of your femoral vein, artery, nerve. Oh, the blade has changed direction. Watching this high stakes action reminds me that sometimes life's occasional stresses can hit just as hard. That's where Chillax by my company, Life Happens, comes into play to help ease the tension and bring those calm vibes. Check it out at lifehappens.com or on Amazon. So they actually really do a good depiction of people are not gone right after the injury. Like, he's still looking at him, he's still blinking, he's like, oh my gosh, like, I'm screwed. Could he survive is the bigger question. It's in the heart. Maybe you have a chance, but now you're gonna have turbulent blood flow in there, which is gonna increase the risk of clotting, which is gonna increase the risk of stroking out or blood clots going to the lungs. The blade is in the chest. What would I do if I had composure? I would leave it right there, not move, and I would literally see if I can get to help ASAP somehow. Oh, get that inhaler. Majority of the time in this circumstance, it's a bronchodilator and it's most likely albuterol. You could also might have levalbuterol, but just to help open up those lungs. Sometimes people will have spasmy of the lungs. Anxiety can set off spasmy of the lungs, irritation, or you have an underlying history of, say, COPD or asthma, which you need to use the inhaler every now and then. Oh, and then add insult to injury, just smack the trachea with a hand, which will cause you to feel like you can't breathe. Well, this guy's pretty good. Ow! He landed on that beam, which then
slowed down the progression of the fall
versus falling all the way down. Increase the risk of fractures by hitting these hard pylons. Oh! Darn. Blade went all the way into the skull. People will be like, yay, if it hits midline, it might miss and go in between the brains. Yeah, but it's going to hit the major blood vessels into the center of the brain, and you're still going to have massive problems and bleeding. Ooh, you hit in the back of the shoulder there. There's a lot of muscle there. There's your trapezius muscle. You could hit into the scapula, but it's mostly soft tissue at that spot. Hit almost in the abdomen with the blade. The likelihood that you just succumb to the injury instantaneously is pretty darn low. It's going to take a while. Bleeding out, in pain, being altered, all the different phases. It's going to take time. It's going to take days? No, but it doesn't take 2 seconds. These are all like soft tissue injuries because it's not going that deep, so it's causing more of irritation and uncomfortability and bleeding versus are you bleeding out and dying right away? No. Throws the blade through somebody, different story. Punctured lung, injury to the heart, might be okay because you still have the other side that's still functioning unless it went through your heart. But if it just went through your lung, you take this out, you're gonna have some bleeding, but you're also gonna have a collapsed lung. So we need to be able to get a chest thoracostomy in there, so a chest tube. Going for the gonads. We do see animal bites every now and then. They're not that common. All different types of animals, small rodents all the way up to big dogs like this. You see some pretty bad destruction where people are missing a lot of muscle off versus majority of the time it's puncture wounds. Oh. When you have a bad puncture wound that goes deep, hard pressure to the area works really well. You close up the skin above it and the tissue above it, which then you hope will seal the area. The idea is if they're still bleeding, there's nowhere for it to go, so it'll cause a pressure pocket. John Wick, oh my gosh. I mean, it's really good stuff for us to talk about all the medical issues that I deal with on a daily basis. So if you guys enjoyed this and you want to see more John Wick and more, injuries from movies, let me know in the comments and make sure that you binge watch this playlist right here. Watch it all and do me a favor, subscribe, turn your bell notifications on, and hit that like button for me. Thank you so much for watching and stay healthy, my friends.